Inside the trenches. Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, hello, somebody. It's time to move your body. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I'm here live with my homie CL NOLA. We got a little Chris in the building, and we're here at the Loyola Studios, baby, in beautiful uptown New Orleans. And we got so much we want to get into today. We will have our special guest join us. We'll be joined by Amani Cargo, defensive back from Tulane. We had Ali Mitchell in here last week. Enjoyed talking with him. Look forward to catching up with Amani. Lots of big stuff going on with the transfer portal out there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I think we got to open up with that. We're going to talk about LSU and how Coach Kiffin is doing excellent in the portal. And, of course, we got to go around the NFL, y'all. Crazy games. They call him Iceman out in Chicago, baby. We're going to bounce around the NFL, talk about some things. But before we jump into the show, I want to give a big shout out to my niece, Mackyeon. Happy birthday.
No doubt.
January 12th. I'm like, oh, that's my niece's birthday, so shouts out to her. And big ups to all of our sponsors. Shout out to the Gordon McKernan injury attorneys. Get Gordon. Come on now and get it done. All day, every day, baby. Shouts out to them. Remember, New Orleans, if y'all have any personal injuries or you have some workman comp issues, whatever the case may be, you've been hurt at work, hit up the Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys at 504-800-8888. Again, that number is 504-800-8888. And check this out. We want to give a big shout out to Health Nut System, Dr. Kendra and our crew over there. Big ups to them for all the support that they do for the show. And in addition to the support for the show, Dr. Kendra has been talking about us. She may join us today. If not, she's going to catch us before the month is up to talk about her new line of workout drinks for the athletes and also her CMOS. So I can't wait to get her on the show. But if y'all get a chance to, make sure y'all go right now to stillbody.org. Stillbody.org. Order your products today and let them know. You can use code word Inside the Trenches to let them know that you heard about them right here. And Conquer Sports Pros, baby. Big ups to Conquer Sports Pros. Visit C Sports Pros right now if you are an athlete, a football player in particular, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, and you're looking to get better at your position, holler at us for training. If you want to get recruited, y'all see how crazy it is. We're talking about the transfer portal. College football is a different place. Let Conquer Sports be your consultation team to help navigate you through the recruiting process. Visit us at csportspros.com. Well, fellas, let's go and jump right into it. LSU has been extremely active in the transfer portal. It has been a challenge last week, right? Last week, it was Desmond Williams. It was, Sam Levitt's visit here. Well, visit's over. Sam Levitt is officially QB number 1 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And the man, Lane Kiffin, has done what he has always done in the portal, and that's make magic. CL, I'm going to come to you first. Big news for the folks in LSU because we've heard about the wide receivers, got big name wide receivers last week. Right. We made sure we continue to improve our offensive line, keep some guys in the building. When you first heard about LSU signing Sam, what was your thoughts?
My thoughts was to run to the internet and find out who this gentleman is. Sam is a very mobile quarterback. I'm still working through the film and the tape. He's very sure of himself, and I think that was the key cognate to this building of a team that's going on in this transfer portal. A lot of guys sit with bated breath trying to figure out who their quarterback is. So I'm not surprised that a K. Durham decides to stay. A Green decides to come back now that they know who the quarterback will be. And shouts out to everybody involved because I'm sure it's not an easy task to fly all over the country and get these young men to commit in this small 2-week window.
Yeah, Chris, because for Coach Kiffin, last week, of course, Sam Levitt had took his visit to LSU. We didn't sign right away. He visited Tennessee. Before he took his Miami visit, Coach Kiffin met with the family, met with them to break a deal there before, and obviously after he took his Miami visit. Now, y'all got to keep in mind, Miami about to play in the national championship.
Right.
So that just speaks volumes about LSU and what they do. So, Chris, I want to ask you the same question. When you heard about LSU signing Sam Levitt, what was your initial thoughts in terms of how he would shape up on this team?
I mean, Lane Kiffin. I mean, I call him the Kiffinator for a reason, man. The Kiffinator. Best quarterback in the transfer portal, or at least top two. Either him or Brendan Sorby. 5-star transfer portal recruit. And then, hey, you remember the last time we took a quarterback from Arizona State in the transfer portal? Heisman winning quarterback and Jaden Daniels. Mm-hmm. Now we got this kid, extremely elusive and mobile, just like Jaden Daniels was. Yeah. And then you put him in this Lane Kiffin offense, this Charlie Wise offense, with the receivers we have, the Trey Green, and our returning running backs are Harlem Berry and Cade Durham. I like how this offense, and improving offensive line, by the way, an improving offensive line. I like how this offense is going in the right direction in the offseason.
I'm excited for the spring. I can be honest about that. Mm-hmm. There's been years that I haven't been so excited to see the spring game. But I think to a man, we all are waiting to see this combination and collection of talent come together inside of Baton Rouge. And, they say a team isn't built until the first snap, but on paper, it's starting to come together.
Yeah.
It is. Even in the quarterback room, LSU also signed Landon Coyne from Florida State, adding more depth to the depth chart. I heard we're looking at USC's former quarterback, who's in the I got Monday voice too, like a little.
Come on,
been talking all day, I guess. Excuse me, for our viewers out there, but I think it is interesting how it may look a certain way. Like, oh man, we're bringing in all these different receivers.
Right.
We know you could get a good receiver from right here in the New Orleans area, but
sure,
you got to go with good fit. When you start thinking about shaping a team, fit is where you got to start, huh, Chris?
Fit, scheme, system. Absolutely. And culture as well, for sure. You got to fit the culture, got to fit the scheme. Definitely got to plug in the right pieces and make the right choices for the right players. And, yeah.
And familiarity matters, too. LSU, as CL mentioned, was able to not only get Caden Durham, but Braylon Moore also signs back. He's your center, got the experience. Whether or not it's your, how could I say it, whether or not he wasn't your center, he was still a viable when not on the pub list. He was holding it down in the trenches with a struggling offense. So you do look at your tight end and Trey Green and what he brings to the table. You already know Coach Kiffin will utilize him much differently than we used him in our offense last year, and it's really spreading the ball around. I was a little bit worried, I didn't know if Caden Durham was going to want to come back, especially with us going to get Guillory and all the rumors about maybe some guys going to come over from Ole Miss, which we hadn't seen too much of Ole Miss in no moves. So from that perspective, Coach Golden was able to retain a lot of their players. So it's just that running back room. Coming back.
It was a big question mark, and not just for us at ESPN. Not just for, the average water cooler conversation. I think for the young men that actually play a part in these games, you want to know who's going to be your teammate, especially in today's transfer portal. You want to know who's going to be lining up next to you. And if you have time to wait, then you would wait. So we all happy that Mr. Durham decided to come back, because not only we feel like Mr. Berry is uber talented, and the other guys, because we were also kind of looking to see what Lacey would do. But it seems like he's going to steadfast. He's going to stay at Ole Miss with Frank Wilson, and we totally respect that. But I think there was definitely a spot, some carries, and some reps for Mr. Durham that he left on the table when he decided to enter into the portal, and I think he's come back to claim it now that he's come back.
And we have to look at the fact that Ole Miss lost and then not going playing a national championship. That helped out a lot too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, like we still need to have the staff intact. Right. Everyone has to be in the same building. Which going back and forth from Oxford to Baton Rouge on the private jets, flying the whole coaching staff
Must
in.
be nice.
I know that's right.
has been a challenge, but now the whole offensive staff and the already intact defensive staff could continue to focus on recruiting. If y'all just tuning in, baby, we're talking a little bit of LSU. Sam Levis, and we jamming over here at the Loyola Studios, too. Y'all might get hear that in the background. Sure. Our students are back over here, but we're talking LSU. Feel free to like, share, and comment on what we're talking about. Obviously, as we get closer to the transfer portal closing up, everybody's roster across college football is going to shape up.
And if I'm not mistaken, they decided to not give Chambers the eligibility
to return back to Ole Miss.
Right, but he is going into court. So he's going to continue to fight. I don't know how well that's going to work.
The question is, how long would it take for that decision to happen?
Yeah.
I don't think other universities and other entities could wait. The only people that could probably afford to wait is Ole Miss.
Well, and I mean, and that's what it's all about. He want to go back to Ole Miss and potentially compete for another national championship. So Ole Miss is a team he is trying to go back. Now, for Ole Miss, while they fight this, they still need to find other quarterbacks in the portal, and I mean they're going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
As I know, Coach Kiffin probably want to have 3 quarterbacks, maybe a 4th to develop. But I mean, we're just in that era, y'all. This is the transfer portal era. This is big bank take little bank era. Guys are making short-term decisions for hopeful long-term gains, and I mean that's just the harsh reality. The time frame that we're in. When you look at this LSU, I know, Chris, you mentioned, CL, you mentioned about LSU going into the spring. When you look at this LSU's team as it shape up, what other areas would you want to see LSU go in the portal and get? I mean, you did lose a lot of offensive linemen.
Yeah, and I'm famous for saying fortify the offensive line.
That's right.
And I love getting the big uglies all together, but there's definitely gonna be some interest in that defensive back area. Safety and corner, obviously losing a first-round draft pick in Delaney. Yeah. He'll be a first-round pick this year in the NFL draft. So, we know that they still have Pickett, and Pickett, I'm sure, can be their number 1 guy. But what's the second most important position at corner, but the second corner on the other side of a dominant corner? So I'm interested to see who's going to be that other guy on the other side of Pickett.
And you want to provide depth. I know P.J. Woodland's coming back.
Right.
Him and Pickett got a lot of reps last year.
Your guy left. Stamps left.
I was just about to say
he went to Arizona State.
Yeah.
Big ups to Ashton Stamps. I talked to the family this week. He's at Arizona State right now, so congratulations to him. The coaching staff loves him out there. He's projected to be a starter. So big ups to Lil Top. We call him Lil Top. I know. And Mama call him midget. I'm gonna call him midget. So big ups to him going out to Arizona State. And listen, they're getting a solid cornerback. Here's a guy who started roughly 2 years at LSU as a freshman, played a lot, and really contributed to a struggling team. He made a lot of plays. We go back to that USC game, making big plays in that, the Ole Miss games, those matchups, just being a lockdown corner for LSU. So he's going to do exceptionally well on the West Coast.
Blessings to everybody that jumps in that portal. I'm sure it's nerve-wracking, not only for the players, but the parents, the staffers, the recruiters, everybody involved. We sit here and we I wouldn't even say complain, but we sit here and we joust and go back and forth about, what's right, what's wrong, legalized tampering at times, and at the end of the day, it's just a small 2-week window that this all has to happen in the midst of the playoffs, in the midst of the championship runs. So it's not a walk in the park for anybody. And shouts out for everyone that is able to take that pressure off and make that signing.
Well, it's a few things that we got to look at too, and I'm learning this thing as we all are, and obviously having to deal with it with Conquer Sports week in and week out with the different players that we advise. I look at it from this perspective, okay? So much push happens in this 2-week window with this portal being open. What happens is when this portal closed, and we could probably talk about this, I think we got like another 5-10 minutes left in this segment, so if we don't get the chance to finish talking about it. But what ends up happening is you have so many guys enter this portal. Last week it was knocking on 7,000, if not right at 7,000. And at the end of this thing, you're probably going to still have about 4,000 guys still in the portal.
Yes, sir.
So that's the tough part. And some guys, and this is the harsh reality, I don't know the percentage right off bat, but I'm pretty sure it's large. A large portion of these guys, they don't get picked up. So I look at it from, and this is just free game for those who watching, I look at it from a perspective of don't be afraid to go down a level or two, to go back up a level. Especially if you didn't get a lot, if you're not a high priority guy in the portal. But there will be opportunities. There will be opportunities for guys, to go ahead and hop in the portal. I mean, excuse me. There will be opportunities for guys when the portal closed to go to other teams.
Right.
Because rosters still won't be full.
Right.
You got springtime injuries. You got still going to be tons of schools because they won't have a chance to get it all together. So I'm pretty sure they will have some spots open and roll like that. I was informed that our homie Monday again, Amani Cargo, West Bank's very own, is in the building. So he's actually going to join us for segment 2 as opposed to segment 3. So that's great. We'll take a quick little break here in a second. But before we wrap, guys, I don't necessarily want to put a bull on this LSU thing because we're going to talk about them Bayou Bengals all spring, all winter. But I just think about this team and the expectations for Coach Kiffin. A lot of national media is like, oh, it's national championship or bust. It doesn't work like that. I mean, take a team like Ohio State. They were the team last year. Right? They lost to a on-fire Indiana team, which I can't wait to talk college football with y'all in segment 3 now. But it's just so much, y'all, that goes into, right? That goes into building a program. So, I mean, Seattle, I'm going to come to you first, and I'm interested in hearing your answer. We really can't put too much, like, if we don't make it to the national championship, the 2026 season, I'm not tripping. Now, if we don't get in the playoffs, that's different. But your expectations for LSU this season?
Well, I sit here every week and I try to let people know that I leave my feelings and at the door. I think a realistic expectation for LSU would be the playoffs.
For sure.
I'm not putting that onus, and I'm not the biggest Lane Kiffin fan. We all know that, but I would never put the onus of a national championship on a free agent in this world of free agency on a first-time coach coming to a university trying to understand its culture. Obviously he understands the portal to a T.
Yeah.
But, just trying to get with players and parents in this first year. So for me personally, it would be the playoffs. Just talent alone, it would be the playoffs, but respectfully.
My expectations this year is to have a better season than we had last year. That's my expectations. So if it's the playoffs, hopefully it is the playoffs. Right. But I even can hope it's the SEC championship game. But if not, at least have a better season this year than we had last year. That's my expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I do expect us to get in the playoffs. So my expectations is playoffs because this is a lot, right? It's a lot of moving parts. Right. You know, you have a coach forced because of how, and we could talk about that another day because that's another subject we're going to talk a lot about, and that's this date of when the portal opens, early signing. It's all a ball of confusion. So on the surface, we can't fault this man for making a long-term decision for what he wanted. Right. Eventually, he wanted to coach at a place like here. Yeah. And I don't blame him. But because of how things unfolded, he looks like the villain. Oh, you leave your team. So that's why the expectations are so high. But the bottom line is he was a victim of a circumstance. Yeah. It just is what it is. So I'm not amongst those who say, oh, it's national championship or bust. Just because, hey, playoff, if we don't make it to the playoffs, I think is an issue, as I mentioned, because of what all went into it. But my expectations are where they need to be. I
mean, I just have a question for you guys. I have a question for Baton Rouge. Is LSU ready to play the villain role coming up this year? Because, you know, with the bringing on of Lane Kiffin and how he's going to twerk this portal and how he has twerked this portal, I think the national perception is, you know, we hanging with Darth Vader, and I'm cool with that because you know everybody. My mama told me everybody not gonna like you anyway, baby.
Yeah,
so how do we accept the role of villain, and how do we execute the role of playoff football?
You want to knock it out first, Chris?
Come on.
And I actually have a question for y'all. Do y'all think Ole Miss will be in the national championship right now if Lane Kiffin was able to coach throughout the whole playoffs?
That's a good question.
I like the question, and I'm going to answer that question. I think that the outcome of that game would have been different. I do think Ole Miss would have been in the national championship. Now, that's wishful thinking, but I'm looking at that, and I wasn't wishing for that. But I'm looking at it from the perspective of look how far they got without him.
Right.
They made it to the semis. They advanced they beat Tulane. They beat Georgia, and they fell short to a very good Miami team. I mean, that defensive line is the best defensive line, and it was a good game. Went down to the wire. So if you that means you take away all the distractions of the Coach Kiffin hire with us. Yeah. And he would still be at Ole Miss. Which leads back to what I'm saying about this calendar and them needing to fix the damn calendar.
Right.
Because he would have been able to finish with Ole Miss, whether they won the national championship or not. He could have decided to stay at Ole Miss, or after the national championship, he could have just took a job at LSU that he wanted, because then we could have hired after the national championship as well, because there's no hiring coaches in the middle of the season. Right. So now you can – but, again, now that all has changed. So that's my beef with it. He wasn't able to fulfill, but it just spoke volumes about the team he built.
Well, to answer your question, C, for me, I don't think that they would have made it to the national championship, just for the simple fact that the Miami Hurricanes, you know, I always like to talk about momentum. You know, you look at Indiana, the momentum. You look at the Miami Hurricanes, momentum. I think they just ran into a buzzsaw. And not just Michael Irvin, because Mike actually chilled out this last
No,
game.
he didn't.
Well, during the game, he was chill.
Yeah, but after, you know,
that's his thing, to cut up after the game. And that's cool, because I didn't want him to take the attention away from the young men that was on the field. But to answer your question, see, I didn't see them getting past that buzzsaw of Indiana or Miami. And I believe that's the reason why those two are in the national championship.
Well, I mean, y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all feel, let's ask the main question. What are your expectations for LSU this year?
Put it in the comments.
Go ahead, put it in the comment. What's your expectations? I do expect us to make it to the college football playoffs. I do feel like with his coaching, the defense we have with Coach Blake Baker, the guys that we do have returning back to the team, and just trusting this staff, both offense and defense, to bring in the right pieces in the portal, which that was QB1. That was the number one guy in the portal, Sam Levitt. So big up to LSU for making
back-to-back years, we're number one in the transfer portal. Baton Rouge, LSU.
Hey, y'all.
Best
see what
place
that.
to play football at.
I mean, it don't
Southern
get no better than
Louisiana.
that. It doesn't get any better than that. So, I mean, that's my whole thing. And when y'all really like peel back the layers and look at it for what it is, you have 1 year to build a roster. 1 year.
10 months.
That's hard to do. Most NFL teams, right? I'm gonna talk about Coach Pete Carroll's team years ago, the Seattle Seahawks of
Legion of Boom.
the Legion of Boom of the mid 2010s, right? You had Russell Wilson was a rookie.
Rookie contract.
Rookie
Third
contract.
Round, rookie contract.
So everybody I'm about to name, we talking rookie contracts or first and second year guys. You got Russell. You had Richard Sherman. You had E. Thomas.
Cam Chancellor.
You had Cam Chancellor. So that's the traditional way. Because, I mean, let's be honest. The NCAA is taking this push towards the NFL. Look,
Right.
that's how you build. You draft well. You bring in a healthy amount of veterans that could get the job done. Again, I got to keep you draft well. And then you have the opportunity to have these guys throughout their whole rookie contract. And in their rookie contract, they were able to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's how it's done. It's not done any other way. So guys like Coach Kiffin, Coach Signetti, Coach Cristobal, we can go down a list of guys who, and I'm saying Coach Kiffin because that's his Ole Miss team that made it this deep into the playoffs.
Oh, it's his team.
Yeah.
So these guys had to do numbers in the portal, but find a healthy balance in the best guys. You got, shouts out to Deuce. You got Deuce Gerald's coming in. You have Andy Richardson looking at Lamar Brown looking at everything, look like he's trying to start his first year. And this is coming from a former defensive tackle who was on two of the best defensive lines LSU could have possibly had. That boy looked serious.
Oh,
And
he's
that
here.
group was, so that's the healthy balance of young talent. I'm not saying these guys do start right away or get a whole bunch of playing time, but you play them, you keep them a part of the culture. Right? Rotating them with the veterans that you have. And that's how you do it. And you got 1 year to do it because these contracts can expire in a year. It's not no
Get
4 or
out.
5 year contract.
No.
Worth X amount of $1 million is, hey, like this Sam Levitt contract is going to be north of $5 million. I mean, that's the going rate for a top quarterback in college football. So much of that is going to be guaranteed, right? I mean, we can't really, thank you, P said we got about 3 more minutes left, so I can't really break down the particulars, but in some cases, guys are able to get a big chunk of the money up front.
Right.
You know, some schools do the month-to-month based on it, and that's how they protect the money. You saw old boy went to sue him. They went to go and pull a lawsuit on Desmond Williams, Washington. Like, it's not a game, so you do have to – I just hope this thing gets to the point to where it doesn't have to be this sloppy, where you have to hire your coach before early signing period, which is way before Christmas. Right? Let all of that stuff happen in the new year. It's more than enough time. This is what I pose, and I know we got to wrap. This is what I pose, and I hope gives y'all a little time to get y'all comment. This is what I pose, y'all. Go ahead and move back the traditional signing day. Move the traditional signing day back to, like, treat it. I mean, I'm not telling y'all to adopt our culture year-round, but I'm going to call it the Mardi Gras rule.
Come on.
You know, let's do it the week after Mardi Gras or something of that nature. Now, I know this probably sounds crazy, but I have an answer for the academic side of it. I'll try to speed this thing up. So now that you move it back to like late February, you can now make early signing day either after Martin Luther King, right, which puts you after the national championship,
Right.
which puts you with the season being over.
Right.
Now, here's the catch, and I'll stop talking and let y'all talk. All the naysayers are going to say, what about the academic calendar? Well, these kids can sign, stay at their prospective high schools, do it old school like Mafia used to do it. I'm picking up CL's tablet because you can mail them tablets now. They got millions and millions of dollars now. It used to be a notebook with the spring workouts in it, and then they can enroll in school in the summer. Problem solved. They signed with the team, right? We respect the academic calendar, so now they won't be able to enroll into spring ball. Just enroll in summer school.
You know, there's a million people that get paid a lot more money than I do to get this situation straight. So I won't sit here and act like I have the idea or I have the actual calendar in front of me to get it all lined up.
That's real.
I just want it to be respectful for the students, the parents, the players, as well as the coaches and the recruiters, because this thing of ours is not the greatest fixture right now, and it is a work in progress. There's a lot of money being flown around, pun intended. There's a lot of people jet setting all over this country trying to fit into this time frame, and I just don't think it's the best fit for right now. But I have softened my heart on this situation, and I'll wait for them to get it together, because let's never forget that we want to do what's in the best interest of the student athlete.
What you say, Chris? We got about a minute left here.
I completely agree, because that's real what you just said about, you know, there's a lot of other people that get paid to do this, and we were just trying to imagine in our brains what we would do if we was in their position. But I completely agree. As long as it's respectful to the academic calendar, the coaches, the players, the family, I think that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Well, y'all let us know what y'all think. I mean, that's my spiel. I hope it makes sense to y'all, but it will clear up a lot of the confusion. We'll go, because it does spill into academics, let's be honest. So, you know, we want to make sure the student athletes are getting their best deal. Big ups to the Gordon McKernan injury attorneys. Sure. That's right, baby. Get Gordon. That's right. And get it done. Big ups to him. And look, Gordon's he graduated from Loyola Law School, so shouts out to Loyola. And remember, if you're in the New Orleans area and you got in a car accident or you got injured at work, get with the G team, baby. Get Gordon and get it done. 504-800-8888. Let them know that you heard about them right here on Inside the Trenches. Y'all don't go nowhere, because when we come back, we'll have Tulane's defensive back, Amani Cargill, joins us. West Bank, baby, John Eric High School. Now over here with the Green Wave. We'll sit down and chop it up with him. It's Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge.
Dentro
Are you a high school football player who's tired of waiting on college coaches to notice you? What if I told you there's a way to get real colleges to reach out to you with scholarship offers and a financial package? If you are a junior or a senior who is serious about playing football on the next level and having school paid for, well, this video for you. Hello, somebody. Let me introduce myself. My name is Marlon Big Fave Favorite. As a defensive lineman, I won a national championship with LSU in 2007 and then won a Super Bowl championship with the New Orleans Saints in 2009. Today, I'm a part of a broadcasting team who does the pre- and post-game analysis for the LSU Tigers. You might catch me on other media outlets talking sports as well. But here's what I'm mostly passionate about. My real job is running Conquer Sports Professionals. At our New Orleans and Baton Rouge's facilities, we specialize in elite training for high school and college-bound football players. We provide position-specific training, strength and conditioning, and speed training to help our athletes dominate on the field. But that's just part of what we do. The big part of what we do is we help high school football players secure offers to play college football and pay for their education. Here's the reality most players face. High school coaches just don't have enough time to do all the recruiting work that you need. You show up to 7-on-7s and camps, hoping some coaches will notice you out of 500-some kids. What usually happens is you waste your entire weekend because nobody was actually watching you. Most guys just throw their applications into a void, hoping something sticks. That's not strategy. That's gambling with your future. Here's where we're different. We have a network of 1,000 coaches and scouts representing every level of college football, from Division I FBS, FCS, Division II, Division III, NAIA, and junior colleges. We start with a complete skill assessment. We discuss your football and your educational goals. Then, based off your talent, we personally contact coaches and scouts who are looking for exactly what you bring to the table. We don't send out emails. We make direct, personal contacts. Why does our approach work so well? Because me and my team here at Conquer has years of experience in the sports world. Our network is broad and vast, and we can get you in front coaches and scouts who can offer you a spot. Here's what this means for you. Number one, you never have to worry about what to say, how to say it, or when to say it. You just show up, play your best, and let the results take care of themselves. Number two, when a coach responds, we personally prep you for each call and visit. We walk you through what to expect, what to say, and how to make a strong first impression. Our team of former NCAA and NFL players manages the outreach, sending and replying to messages every single day. This makes it almost impossible not to get noticed by a college program. But we don't just reach out randomly. We write messages to show real intent, why you like their school, references to their program, and their academic reputation. We make it personal, real, and human. We have direct contacts and relationships with the decision makers. So a coach just don't see a name or a stat. They see you, a player that belongs in their locker room, and they trust that we will only send players that fits their program. Now, I can't cover everything in this short video, but if you like what you heard so far, or if you're even a little bit interested, click the link below and book a call with our team. Worst case scenario, you leave with a clear plan on how to control your recruiting process. Best case scenario, we work together and you sign a college offer with a scholarship. And if it doesn't work, we'll keep on working. We'll find a way to get you somewhere. There are tons of opportunities out there, and we'll help you discover them. So is this worth 30 minutes of your time? Absolutely. The only real risk is doing nothing and watching another season go by without hearing from a school you should be playing for. Even if you're unsure or on the fence, book a call anyway. The application just takes minutes. And if we can't help you, we'll let you know right away. Click the link below and we'll see you on the call. Hello, somebody.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, hello, somebody. It's time to move your body. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Favorite. And last week we had a Tulane football player.
Yes, we did.
And it looks like we're going to have another one this week. Oh, we got one, baby.
Why not? Just did.
Why not? We got a Monty Cargo on the show, Monty. Welcome back to
brother.
Inside the Trenches.
What's up?
Welcome.
And we say back to the show because he was here last week with his partner, Oliver Mitchell. Big ups to Oliver for coming on the
shout
show
out
last
to
week,
Oliver,
too.
my dog.
And I like this, man. We're right here at Loyola. We got the Tulane students and student athletes right across the way. And listen, y'all, it's always good to have y'all on the show.
Sure.
And also, we want to send a big shout out to Dr. Kendra. Big ups to Dr. Kendra, Health Nutt System. Remember, if y'all trying to get y'all bodies like me and the Mindies, well, he in much better shape than me. Hello, somebody. Be sure to hit up Dr. Kendra. She got the CMOS products. We gotta get him a couple samples of of her new
still body.
her still body, and her new line workout products for the athletes.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely got to get some of those samples over here. Big ups to Dr. Kendra and Health Nutt System. Remember, visit stillbody.org for more information. Let them know you heard about them right here on Inside the Trenches. So let's start here, right? You're defensive back at Tulane. You're going into what, your second, third season?
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
Okay, your third season. So, excuse me. Felt like something flew in my mouth. Pause. You gotta see that now. Goddamn mix. That's all they want. That's all they want. But I'm glad I'm live. Y'all saw look like something. Yeah. Goddamn. You gotta say that for everywhere you go. But what has it been like at Tulane the last few years? Obviously, y'all been in the college playoffs. You know, you were part of the transition, if I'm not mistaken, between Coach Frisch. No, your first year was Coach Summerall's first year.
Yeah.
So the last 2 years, talk to us about that at Tulane.
The last 2 years, to be honest, it was been a good experience. You know, my first year, we was winning. Then we didn't finish the season off right. We lost 3 straight. We lost to Memphis. Then we lost the championship game. Then the Gasparilla Bowl to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So the end of that season was just a whole roller coaster. But this season here, honestly, it was big. You know, we made it to the playoffs, and this season was a roller coaster too. We lost to UTSA, so when we lost to UTSA, we thinking like, oh, like we have no chance like to make the playoffs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But we still had more games to play. So the next week, I feel like the loss to UTSA made us lock in for the next week versus Memphis. And Memphis was ranked in the CFP.
Yeah.
It was ranked 12th.
It was up there, yeah.
It was ranked. So I feel like that made us lock in to make us go into Memphis and beat them.
So y'all really started believing, was it after the Memphis win, or like the momentum of the season, like, man, we got a chance to make it to the college football playoffs before UTSA lost? Because, I mean, that did throw a lot of us off because it's like, man, this Tulane team about to run over them. And obviously that was y'all wake-up call game.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like we knew we had a chance, like, the whole season. But I feel like the part that I feel like what made us a team, all the close games we had, and we came back and we won, like the South Alabama game. We started off, they scored 14. We came back, scored 21 unanswered. And the end of the game was the end of the game, but the score was closer than what the game really was.
Mm-hmm.
Then what game it was? The Army game, that was a crazy game. You know, that being a high game, you know, emotional game for us. You know, they beat us last year in the championship game. So, like, that being a close game and us, you know, coming out with the win. That game, then the ECU game, us starting fast, letting them come back, then we fought back to win. So those games, like the games like that, I feel like showed our brotherhood and how strong, like how tough we was, how gritty we was. It's for us to bring those teams to the deep end, or we be in the deep end and we come out alive with the win. But I feel like the whole momentum of the season was really like it was straightforward until the UTSA game, like because we did go on there thinking like we go, they lost to Temple, we go beat these people, then they give us a wake up call that fast. So like before that, like we knew how teams are like we dominate the conference, like it's our conference, so like we know like if we win this conference, we gonna have a big chance to go to the playoffs. So like the G5 bid come from Boise had it the prior year, but that because they had the boy Genty. He was just but once we seen like the other teams dominating like USF and Memphis when USF beat Florida, and who else they beat? They beat Florida.
They did.
Yeah, and what they got? They lost to Miami, but when they beat Florida in that game, we were like, oh, it's real. So after that, we knew like the winner from our conference gonna go to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, brother, every time y'all come up in here, I'm proud as a peacock because, I've been a fan of Tulane, and I've had brothers and friends go to Tulane before you were born. And one of my favorite things is to ask is, a request for you guys to tell the people where you're from, because every one of y'all is a success story. Tell the people where you're from, brother.
I'm originally from I'm from Kennedy Heights. It's a little small.
The Heights.
The Heights.
Say it with your chest.
I'm from Kennedy Heights. Small town on the West Bank. Some people know it. Some people may not know it. Some people call it Avondale, but
Come on.
it's two separate things. But
Let them know.
it's two separate things. Like they got Kennedy Heights and they got Avondale. But I'm from Kennedy Heights. I grew up there my whole life basically. Since I was 5, love of my grandma, my mom. Yeah, I just that's where I'm from.
And look, check this out. For our LSU fans out there, that's why the legendary Skylar Green's from Kennedy Heights. So it's no what's your 40s like a 4.2, 4.3 as well?
4.3. See,
there you go. That's they got speed back there in Kennedy Heights, so that just speaks volumes about that area. And growing up on the West Bank, just knowing about the athletes that come from off the West Bank just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're in high school, balling for John Eric, and y'all and that team now from my other partner from John Eric played at LSU, Thomas.
Z.
Yep. My little nephew Khalil Coleman, I was telling you about him. I mean, we could go down the line of all the athletes that y'all had over the years. When you were deciding where you were going to go to school, you had a couple of schools looking at you. Tell me who those schools was and what ultimately made Tulane the right decision for you.
Coming out of high school, I only had 9 offers, but I had
Only had 9 offers.
One time for the onlys.
Yeah, I only had 9. Well, I had Texas Tech, Memphis, obviously Tulane. I had Marshall. That's who else I had. That's 4. I had
Must be nice.
I had Southeastern. That was actually my first offer.
Okay.
Southeastern?
Yeah, that was my first offer. I went to their camp, ran that 4.3.
There you go. That was a from there. All right there. Yeah.
Going to my sophomore year. No, going to my junior year. Them, I had SEMO, Nichols. Who else I had? Miami of Ohio.
Okay. Yeah, so you were getting some pretty good offers, and did you take all your visits, or you took a few of them?
I took one, Tulane.
Wow. Oh, that's a
big.
bit different. Yeah,
Big.
Yeah.
I mean, you took the Tulane visit and you just knew your answer from there? That was the first visit? Because, I know you said Southeastern was the first offer, so Tulane was the first visit?
Yeah,
in the last visit.
See, Tulane, so
Summerall.
it was really Coach Fritz that recruited me.
Okay.
But somebody came in and he brought me in too. So, but they really did a good job recruiting me. Like, I went on a lot of unofficials. You know, I'm right 20 minutes away, so
Right.
anytime they had like something going on, Coach JJ, he'll call me, be like, you want to come up here? I'm like, yeah. So I'll come up here, you know, spend time with them. And they made it feel like home. I mean, it is home, so that's why I'm here now. But yeah, they really recruited me hard. You know, they was high on my board, and I really shut down visits when I committed. Like, I was locked in I committed June 6th, I think, of 2024.
Going into your senior year, because you graduated 24.
Well, 23.
23. Gotcha.
23.
Gotcha.
I graduated 24.
Your last playing season was 23 season. That's John Eric.
First of all, tell the people what's your football number.
I'm 14.
Number 14, starting corner for Tulane.
Well, about to be.
Ooh, I like that.
Put it out there. Put it out there.
And I also forgot to mention your social media. Let our listeners know how to follow you.
You can find me on Instagram at M3s, M3HREES.
Okay. Tell me, what's your off-season goals, and what are your goals coming into the season coming up?
My off-season goals really, you know, stay healthy, get stronger, you know, work on my technique and things like that. I feel like last off-season, I was doing good in the spring, but I wasn't really taking care of my body. You know, that's that's just me being young. That's growing pains.
Right.
You know, yeah, really focusing on taking care of my body, stretching, mobility. You know, getting extra work and putting my time in.
Man, how is it playing for Coach JJ? That's my boy right there, man. We chop it up all the time.
Nah, Coach JJ, that's my dog. Now he a good coach. You know, good coach. You know, he obviously been there, done that. So the way he coaches, like, you know, you got to listen to him because he been where we want to go.
Yeah.
The one thing I've noticed, not just with you, not just with Ali, not just with your other teammates, that you guys are really locked in this brotherhood that's going on uptown in New Orleans. What would you say is the biggest contributor of y'all, not just y'all's success, but y'all staying together, not too many cats entering in the portal? What would you say it contributes to you guys' success and y'all brotherhood being locked in so much?
The culture. The coach at Tulane, the coach that we, you know, that's been at Tulane, that's been around, and that's staying at Tulane. And I feel like, yeah, just the culture in general, you know, we have a good coach over there. You know, winning football since, 2022. The 2022 team built that culture and that standard, the standard there. And also, just the team being player-led, I feel like that's the reason why we've been so good the past years, because the team been, like, player-led. Our coaches say our coaches don't play in the games,
Right.
We do.
Exactly.
So we can go as far as we take it, and just being together, having a brotherhood, like during the off season, during the summer, Coach Summy did a good job, like very good job of like doing team activities, making us get to know each other, things like that, and just we brothers, so like just the bond there, like everybody in the locker room talk to each other. I know, like, I talk to everybody. That's the type of person I am. Like I know everybody's name. They know me because I'm a type of person I am. And I just feel like we put in so much work together. It's hard not to be brothers. Like all the hot summer days, the hard,
Yeah, this is New Orleans, bro. It's hot out here.
the hot camp practices, even in the spring. So, it's hard to not be brothers, putting all that, hard, sweat and tears and just to play the game, like having the same goal,
If y'all just tuning in Inside the Trenches, we're joined by Tulane's DB, Amani Cargo. Y'all be sure to follow him on what it is again?
M3s.
M3s, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was something like the M3s. And look, just put in M3s, it's going to pop up, baby, definitely. You play a difficult position. Most people feel like you got quarterback, you have, some would argue, between the middle linebacker and your front side corner. Tough positions. You're on the island, it's cover one. It's nothing you can do. You trip up, touchdown.
Right.
When you look across the NFL, and I know as a college student athlete, you watch your position across the league. That's what I love to do, watch NFL guys that play the position I play so I can see how to get better. If you had to name 3 defensive backs in the NFL right now, who are the best? Who you think are the top guys?
Give me Surtain, Stingley, and it's hard. Like, they got a lot of good ones.
The three tough, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, what is?
Nah. Give me Stingley, Surtain. I like. Dang, yeah, it is hard. They got.
It's hard because
And today Monday.
when Jalen Ramsey can really go, and it's today.
Yeah.
You look at Jalen. Yeah, it's tough because some of these guys aren't healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sauce, I think, is pretty good when he could be like top 7 here. There.
Yeah.
But those two you named, Surtain and Stingley.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, and I'm not being biased because me and Chris could do that easily with Surtain being your partner, his dad, and
Stingley being your pie.
yeah, but you know, so his dad. So obviously we've watched those players come up from like Lil Jits. I remember watching Lil Stingley. Like Stingley used to. Not when I was there. I was still bouncing around the NFL, but the year before I got there, my teammates told me Derek Stingley used to be running routes and covering routes with the arena players.
Wow.
He like 7, 8 years old. Like he young. So having a dad that does that, I see that, and the same thing with Surtain.
Sure.
And it doesn't surprise me. Both guys are in the playoffs right now, so your list is pretty good. Man, we got to wrap up here, but before we wrap up with you, we got to get you one more question.
Brother, what does it feel like to be from the New Orleans area and play for Tulane University?
It feel amazing, for like I'm doing it for the city, doing it for the people, that's from where I'm from, the city, people that, come from hard situations, I've been there and things like that. It just feel amazing, playing in your hometown, being able to, your family being able to come to every home game.
Right.
And, knowing like you have someone there supporting you.
Right. That's huge. And kind of on the same note, and we did this last week with Ali, we like to do this with our guests. That's your camera right there. There's a young defensive back right now watching this, want to have the opportunity like you had to play for Tulane. You don't just get there. Yeah, get 9 offers. You don't just get there by just saying, hey, I love football. Talk to them about the process and, give them a little motivation.
The process ain't like,
The
the process like not easy. It's not gonna be easy. You got to put the work in, the time. You got to make sacrifices. Like if it's from like, people that you hang out with, the game, or like doing some everyday activity just to be like best version of yourself. And you got to stay consistent. Be yourself. Stay positive, days not going to go your way all the time. And you just know, like, when the day not your day, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, that's big time. Tomorrow brings a better you, a better me. Yeah!
He's a singer.
Yes, indeed. Rough today, man. I was struggling earlier, man. I was coughing earlier, seeing flies around here and everything. Yep, that's how we hit the stage. Well, listen, y'all. We want to thank Amani Cargo for joining us. Y'all be sure to follow him. Number 14 for the Tulane Green Wave this season. Boy, say he out there too. JJ, he said he come and get one of them spots on that corner, baby. Yes, indeed. That's what we like to. We love to see it. West Bank product, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show, brother.
No problem.
We will
Definitely. Well, y'all don't go nowhere. We got 2 more segments for y'all, baby. Y'all think that one was nice? We're going to keep it going, baby. I don't know if we can top this one right here. We got them Tulane Green Waves in the building. And guess what? Y'all don't go nowhere because we'll be right back here on Inside the Trenches, right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Inside the Trenches.
Good stuff. All right. They got one.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Well, hello, somebody. It's time to move your body. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Favorite, and thank y'all so much for hanging with us. Big ups to Amani Cargo for joining us on the show. Tulane's defensive back. Them boys balling, man. See, he ready for next season, and he had his buddy Kellen in there with him. So one of his teammates, wide receiver, is going to probably more than likely be joining us here in the next few weeks. I'm liking this flow of Tulane players coming through, hollering at us, man. It makes sense. Loyola, Chris, y'all right here.
Right.
And, you know, they're right there. And
Everybody love a playoff player.
everybody love a playoff player, baby. So once again, big ups to the Green Wave for a successful season.
Definitely.
May they continue to do good in the portal and continue to strive and put Louisiana football on the map like our Tigers do too. So, fellas, we will talk about the Saints next segment, but here for the next couple minutes, I just want to go around the NFL, talk about some teams, some players. LSU's very own, my dog, my bro, Ryan Clark. Shouts out to Ryan Clark.
Shouts out to C. Clark.
Loves to give strong opinions. He's a Shaw guy as well. LSU Tiger, as I mentioned, spent some time around the league. He said on, I want to say First Take, I don't think this was definitely on one of their morning shows. He mentioned that Josh Allen has to win a Super Bowl or it's just a bust season for him. Do y'all agree with that? And I'm quoting him. I might be a little.
I don't necessarily
paraphrasing.
disagree with it, because they put the same parameters on a Lamar Jackson. Both of those gentlemen have won the MVP.
Yeah.
And, both of those gentlemen are on successful teams, and we all know what we're in this game for. So I don't disagree with it. So I guess I do agree with it.
Talk to me. What you say, Chris?
To a certain extent, yes, because I get what people are saying. There's no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. There's no Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. There's no Joe Burrow in the playoffs. So if he does not make it to the Super Bowl this year, then eyes everywhere, talking points going to be, dang, it's not just Patrick Mahomes no more. He just simply cannot get it done in the playoffs. And not all the time it has been his fault. He has been performing well in the playoffs. It's just coaching and the defense and some of his teammates kind of had let him down in certain moments as well.
And I think I'll throw a little twist in it. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with Ryan's take, but I will say it will probably be more weight on Coach McDermott
For sure.
than Josh Allen, because Josh Allen has showed us he's a talent. He shows us he can run the ball, he can throw it, and it's just like he's right there, but he can't quite get to the show. I think his wife won an Emmy for Sinners last night. I might be wrong, or was a runner-up for it. So, or at the Emmys, Global Awards, Golden Globe. Yeah, it's because it kind of leads into my next. I'll just go ahead and segue to my next point. Look at the difference, almost a full 180 that Caleb Williams made with different coaching.
Yeah, Ben Johnson.
Look at Ben Johnson. Look at the Chicago team. Like, this most recent playoff game showed me a lot. And I get I know Drake's delaying us a little bit on the Iceman album, but Caleb Williams holding him down as the Iceman here lately. I get it. I'm still healthy Jaden Daniels first, but as a passer, as a decision maker, seeing the feel for what it is and being able, like that one pass, and Sam Levitt did one like that for Arizona State, but he's rolling out and he's like
to his left,
almost to the on the ball his foot. He's right-handed, so
You talk about Caleb Williams.
yeah,
that one pass he threw
Against Green Bay.
Oh my gosh,
went to Loveland.
Fourth down.
to
fourth
Rome
down.
Aduzzi, huh? Yeah, that was, and it was fourth down. Like the game over. That play
That's
isn't made.
that's
Rolling
saved the
left,
game.
throwing right to the right hand side of the hash.
That was a great
It
throw.
was
great play.
Unbalanced, no weight.
And we've seen Mr. Williams make plays like that at USC.
USC, yeah.
And football, and not to sound so cliche, football is the ultimate team game.
For sure.
And even if teams are exactly matched up together, there's no one better than the other. It's usually the quarterback that takes you over the hump in situations where comparison is always there. And Caleb really showed his mobility and his accuracy on the run, realizing that they were down, I believe, 17. And even honestly, I was almost upset at Ben Johnson because they wasn't running the ball, even though it was only a 2-score game. They didn't work their way coming back with the run. They actually worked their way coming back with the pass. And Caleb really showed that he was the Iceman in that game last night.
They did, and just looking across the playoff surface, where we're headed, the direction we're headed, you look at Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know they got a big game currently right now. If y'all checking this show out a couple of weeks, or a few days from now, this will be old news, but I can't wait to see the result of that game, because think of Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, and then think of him now with the Steelers. Once again, team coaching.
It matters.
That all matters.
Yes, sir.
I'm starting to see coaching matter more and more. That's why I'm confident about Coach Kiffin. I am, for that one reason. I didn't feel that fully confident about Coach Kelly.
Yeah.
I may have been a little comfortable because he's a winning coach. He had Coach Frank on his side. That made me a bit comfortable.
Coach Harrington.
But we don't have and this is a sidebar. We'll get back to the NFL in a second, but I just want to stick on the subject of coaching. No Coach Frank Wilson back there. Wasn't able to get Dave Johnson. He had Arizona. Wasn't able to get Jaluk. He had Florida. None of the, coaches in the area who recruit exceptionally well known, could get out there and talk to anybody. And I still feel confident. And my confidence is showing in the portal. It's showing for signing day. That means the 3 letters still hold a weight. So now we just needed that. And I know one thing Coach Kiffin can do, y'all, is coach offense. So
sure.
That's why I view that the way I do. Let's go back to the Jacksonville game. Jacksonville just played Buffalo. I know we talked about for Josh Allen, he has to get this a bust, but I want to talk about this Jacksonville team. Do y'all feel like there are a few pieces away from potentially being in the conversation, at least making it to the AFC Championship again? Because you remember when they had Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Fournette. No, man, that team was good. Yeah. CL, do you feel like this Jacksonville team, led by Trevor Lawrence, has that potential?
Yeah, I honestly, I think they're there right now, to be honest with you. Travis Etienne, I'm a fan of the Etienne brothers, always have been. They're there. I mean, I know he's been out for so long, people forget that Travis Hunter is actually on this football team.
Oh, yes.
Come on now.
And we all suffer with injuries, and, unfortunately he didn't make it to the end of the season. One thing about playoffs is that experience matters.
For sure.
Uber experience matters, and we know Buffalo had the experience to stay in it, just like we knew that who played Carolina?
Not Green
the
Bay.
Rams.
The Rams.
Just like the Rams, you kind of knew the Rams were going to come back on Carolina. Experience plays a tremendous part inside the playoffs. So to answer your question, Fave, I feel like Jacksonville is there right now. And it's just only a moment of time, and especially if people like Patrick Mahomes doesn't come back 100% healthy or come back halfway into the season, it might be too late for them to rally or come back. So I believe the Jaguars are here to stay.
Yeah, I have to agree with him, Chris. I feel like you look at their running game, you look at their defense, particularly on the defensive line. They got cornerbacks, they got a quarterback. And I believe in Coach Liam Cohen. I do think he knows how everywhere he's been, bro. He's done well. I feel the way I feel for him is the same way I feel for Coach Kellen Moore.
Right.
Guys that have been pretty decent coordinators and could fall into a head coaching job and do a pretty decent job.
And they were actually calling Goldilocks a bust. They were actually trying to fixate their mouths to call him a bust until now. Yeah. Now you see, his capability with the right coach.
Absolutely.
People wasn't sure about my quarterback. They wasn't even sure how to say his name, Tyler Shuck. And now with Coach Moore, he's on the tongue of everybody's mouth. Pause.
It was 2 pause moments we had to have on this show, bro. In 2026, that's just what you got. I mean, like, it's just crazy.
For sure.
All right, so obviously we know that the Bills are going to take on the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos on that. We're still waiting to see the winner out of
Houston and Pittsburgh
to see who plays the Patriots.
Texas just scored a touchdown to 7-3.
So now 7-3. I was just looking at it, and I forget who I was listening to, but
Christian Kirk.
Somebody was telling me that the Super Bowl was going to be the Texans and I think they're saying that the Texans and the Seahawks
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I had Denver and Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
I kind of feel like Denver and the Seahawks now. I feel like Denver's gonna take it all the way because I think Coach Payton got the team he needs. We talk about Patrick Surtain earlier being one of the top corners. Shouts out to my bros, my peoples, my West Bank brothers, Vance Joseph, and also you got BT Jordan, led the 2 years in a row best pass rushing group, and his defense is playing. So you look at, the only thing people will probably say, does Bo Nix have the touch to take it all away? You know, he isn't as good as Drake May. Because, I mean, you look at the MVPs right now. It's Sam Bradford. I mean, I'm taking
Sam
it back.
Darnold.
No, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm tripping,
Drake
yeah,
May.
MVP,
Sam
yeah.
Darnold's, like, once
I'm
again,
tripping,
coaching
yeah.
situation you're in. Sam Darnold, when he was with the Jets versus Sam, like, remember back when we were saying Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts?
Oh, for sure.
Now he leads the number one team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Like, it gets that real. So I have faith in those two teams for those reasons. Coach Mike McDaniel's been there before.
Sean McVay.
I said the wrong coach. Mike McDaniel, who's the head coach of Seattle?
Oh, it's Mike McDaniel.
Oh, I thought about to say, I know my
yeah.
Monday brain ain't that messed up. But again, Sean McDermott, I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong. He obviously is a decent leader of men. I played for Buffalo before. It's cold out there. It's the Anchor Bar is pretty good if you want some nice hot wings, but that's about where the buck stop. You know, cats like Seattle be straight because he like to shop. They got tons of shops out there, but ain't nothing to get your players up. Look at these Tulane players coming in all happy. They
Right.
excited.
My only thing with Buffalo is that sometimes I think they forget how they got there. We all love Josh Allen. We think he's a tremendous talent. But, you don't take the ball out of Cook's hand. You rode Cook all the way to the playoffs. Let him take you home. And I get it. Josh Allen, 6'5", Paul Bunyan himself, right? And this is just the year where the window is open for Buffalo to kick the door in and obviously have a situation where they kind of come through for the city of Buffalo. We all know the years of Buffalo not actually winning the championship. This is their time. But as long as they stay with the idea of running it and only having Josh Allen facilitate when it's needed at the most. But if they stay with the run, I think Buffalo could take it there.
It is kind of like the Ravens thing. It's like Lamar got you all the way there, and then y'all try to turn him into this. So,
Right.
I mean, obviously a different story this year, but I'm just talking about
Right. In the past, for sure.
in previous years. Next segment, y'all, we're going to jump into the Saints, maybe go around the NFL, check out some stuff with, cap space and things of that nature. But, as we wrap this segment, let's do way too early picks, right? We got a couple more weeks. We got a whole nother month that has to come before the Super Bowl is here. CL, I think you might have gave us this answer already, but for our viewers out there, and y'all can chime in on this too, the teams remaining, who's going to the Super Bowl?
I have the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks in the big game in San Francisco.
Me, I got the Buffalo Bills and
Okay.
the Los Angeles Rams.
I like that. I like that for the Rams. I do have for a very long time, I had Chicago and Denver, but I'm like, I know the Iceman rolling, but Matthew Stafford at the time and the experience, so
For sure.
I'm thinking the Rams and the Broncos. That's my take. And y'all let us know y'all take too, baby. Who y'all got going in the Super Bowl? It will be in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken, so that'd be crazy if the 49ers do happen to slide in the Super Bowl. Not likely, but it could happen. They've been there before.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell themselves they ain't going to go there no more. Shouts out to Soldier Slim. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Soldier Slim.
Three teams, NFC West, huh?
That's correct.
Still in the playoffs.
Still in the
Still in the
playoffs.
playoffs. Speaks volumes about the NFC West. You just look across the NFL. The teams who've been good the entire season has been the Seattle Seahawks,
Yeah.
the Rams,
Yeah.
the Broncos have been good the entire season. Like, these are teams who didn't have too many rocky roads through the months. So to still see that consistency in the playoffs. Now, it does get a little tricky. I was with the Patriots before, and we had that first week bye, and we went out and played the Jets and lost to Matthew Stafford in the Jets going into my third year in the NFL. So it is important to finish. So that's
sure.
what the playoffs are beautiful. We've seen teams go in 7-9. New York Giants and win it all. So things do have stranger things.
Stranger.
Millie Bobby Brown. Well, look, y'all be sure to stick around. We got a couple more minutes on the show. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back and talk about our beloved Saints, baby. Looking towards the end, looking into the offseason, moves that need to be made. We could take guess of what these guys taking vacations and all that stuff because their season is over. Y'all don't go anywhere, baby. We will be back. It's Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody. You better move that body.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. Time does fly, as I always tell you. Clip his wings when you're having yourselves a great time, and as we are doing that, once again, big up to our guest, Amani Cargo, for joining us on the show. Appreciate him for coming and share his story. And it's like the Tulane guys, man. It's just you can feel the energy over there. You can tell that it's a winning environment, and it's a team that is growing and going in the right direction. So big ups to the Green Waves. Now we got to stay in New Orleans. We go from uptown to Metairie. You know what I'm saying? Metairie, Louisiana. Some folks like to say Metairie. And go off of airline and talk about the Saints. I jokingly said that, and this is true. Like, I'm just giving y'all the real. I wonder where they at right now. Like, Cam Jordan probably in AZ or something, just probably chilling. Might have took a little trip to LA.
Well, you know what? He probably in Arizona. Because remember, over the training camp, he was building that house.
Yeah, that's right.
Arizona, so he probably going to check out. He probably got time to go hang out there now.
Check it out.
Finish, and he got time to go hang out. Right?
Yeah, Shuck might have took a little ride to Kentucky.
Well, I just saw Shuck.
In New Orleans.
Shuck was down the road. He caught a nice big red. Somebody took Shuck fishing.
See, Shuck went fishing. That's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
It's kind of like he on vacation here in New Orleans. You got here to get straight to work.
Yeah.
You can enjoy some of our local stuff. AK's probably at NASCAR or checking out T. Cooper, play some basketball. You know, I know most of the linemen, O linemen and D linemen, like they got their wives there in like Cancun or. I hope they didn't. Well, they probably started booking the trips. Like once they knew they wouldn't play all bound, they went to booking the trips. That's more than what happened. But what's important right now is the roster and the direction that the team is going. And the New Orleans Saints are churning in the right direction in terms of what we saw here in the last month. You're only as good as your last game. Damn, that wasn't a good one because they did lose the last game. You're only as good as your last few games. Let's go ahead and make it about. Or you're only as good as the last month. So. Let's look at this team. Last week we talked about the different areas we needed to go in terms of the draft. Like, man, I think we should draft this player. I think we should draft that player. I wanted to take a look into what comes first, and that's free agency.
Right.
Right now, I think roughly the Saints are about maybe $18 million over the cap.
Yeah, 18.6.
$18.6 million over the cap. Now, this is before any cuts.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of cuts. Don't know what are going to be the main departures, but I can sense that, there are probably going to be some chairs moved around on the offensive line.
Oh, for sure.
My question is, and I was listening to Cam Jordan. I'll come to you first, CL, and he was doing his the last locker room interview with WWL, and he talked about how almost this team rejuvenated his thought process of what he wants to do. Seems like he wants to come back to New Orleans another year. If the case does change where he doesn't sign back, and I know if the price is right, he'll come right back on the other end, like upper level management, like if I don't like to throw around the word pay cut, but maybe fit to find the right fit, right? I think when you look at it from that perspective, y'all, that could make things work out. But, I mean, CL, you're looking at a dude who would look attractive on the open market based off his production in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful curse. It's a gift and a curse, you know. We know Cam is up there in age. But then this year, he showed that age wasn't nothing but a number as he gets 10.5 sacks in a downtrodden season. He was already on a league minimum deal with $6 million incentives, which he actually hit every one of them. So he was able to get the $6 million incentives. At one of his last interviews, he said that was probably half of what he felt like he was worth. So I'm sure we could probably meet in the middle if there is an actual offer out there for him. We've also, I guess we can also tell all the secrets and all the things we hear from training camp. I also remember as he talked to us at training camp about if Arizona gave him a nice deal, he wouldn't have a problem taking that deal. Obviously him building a house out there and what have you. So, there's options around. I'm not against anything because for me, at the right price, I can bring a lot of people back at the right price, but it's always about the right price.
Yeah, price is everything. Chris, when you look at, I know we're talking about Cam here. When you look at, from an offensive perspective, building around Shuck, it's safe to say we got ourselves a franchise quarterback, or somebody we can build around.
Oh, for sure.
That's not an area the Saints have to say, man, we got to draft us a quarterback this year. They got their guy. Is it bringing in another running back in free agency, or is it bringing in another veteran receiver? A combination of both, or area we talk about a lot on the O-line and where?
And honestly, why not all the above?
I like that. I like that.
Why not all the above?
Come on.
I think we could definitely get a good O-line like further down in the draft, maybe like second, third round for sure. Or even get some good guards in free agency.
Yeah.
And in the draft, I would definitely preferably have us take a running back, maybe Jeremiah Love, or wide receiver Carnell Tate in the first round. I saw some mock drafts saying that we could potentially get the safety from Ohio State, Caleb Downs. I'm not opposed to that either, but I definitely want to work more on the offensive side of the ball first than the defensive side of the ball. Still plugging some pieces, of course, defensively, but I want to work on the offense first because I think the defense will be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I'm not mad at that thought process as well, and as many times as I've give praise to Mr. Love out of Notre Dame, we're not the only ones that thinks he's awesome, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a possibility that we don't get him, there's a guy in Penn State, Ketone Allen.
Kentron Allen.
Allen, which is the all-time leading rusher for the Nittany Lions. That's
and he played with Nick Singleton.
Exactly. So, that's a guy that I have my eye on as well, just in case, because I'm like, I prefer to concentrate on the offense this year because I believe Brandon Staley has a tremendous hold on that defense and know he can plug and play.
And it kind of seems like LSU and the Saints are kind of going on the same trajectory. We got our quarterbacks. LSU just recently got theirs, as we talked about, if y'all just tuning in. And this has been news all day. The LSU Tigers did get their QB1 and Sam Leavitt here in the transfer portal. It was a bit of a roller coaster here the last few weeks, but it came through, and now we have someone to build off of. So I'm excited about that. And, of course, we talk about Tyler Shuck with the New Orleans Saints. Now it's just, okay, how can we build around these pieces? And, of course, y'all, we're going to talk about this more and more as free agency comes up and we start looking into getting some of these free agency moves going. We're going to look at the NFL, do it the right way, right? The Super Bowl going to be over. Then we're going to get to the play. Then we're going to get to restricted, unrestricted free agency and all of this good stuff at the right time. And we'll be right here, y'all, to talk to y'all about it all. Man, that was one heck of a show. I love Mondays here at Loyola. Big ups to my co-host, CL Nola and Lil Chris, for always, appreciate these guys for always coming in here and helping me run this show and entertain y'all. Got our full crew back, man. Big ups to our production team.
First day back
to school here at Loyola.
My last semester.
We got the Taylor Gang in there, Hannah Montana. We got Damian. Damian got a little surprise for us next week on the musical thing. Y'all won't stick around for that.
I thought he was going to bring me something from Mexico, but I guess.
Yeah, I thought we were going to look out for us, man. Hook us up with some food or something, a little shirt or something.
Me a song now.
Yep, yeah, you got to hook us up, definitely. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to throw a couple wrinkles in the show next week. So y'all be sure to stick around for that. Big ups to our special guest, Amani Cargo, defensive back for Tulane. We appreciate him for joining us on the show. And for our sponsors, Big ups to Gordon McKernan injury attorneys. Get Gordon, get it done. 504-800-8888 is the number to call if you've been involved in any car accidents and you need our help and assistance. Get with the G team, babe. I got my work shirt on today. Get Gordon, get it done. Big ups to Dr. Kendra. Shouts out for everything that you do for the show.
Thank you.
Y'all, she gonna join us one of these weeks.
Busy
She gonna come
lady.
through
Busy lady.
With look,
Yeah.
y'all gonna see. I'm drinking my water right now, Dr.
Oh, yeah.
Kendra, but looking forward to trying your new workout supplements, drinks, best stuff. I was talking to TULANE players about it. I look forward to having some samples for those guys. It's all about getting better and putting the right nutrition in your body, and you should definitely do that. So visit stillbody.org for more information. And then in a little note, leave it message box. Let them know that you heard about them right here on Inside the Trenches. And last but certainly not least, Conquer Sports. Visit csportspros.com. If you're a defensive tackle, offensive lineman, whatever position you play across the line. If you're an athlete that's looking for recruiting support, we handle really all sports. We do have a niche for football. You can visit csportspros.com to find out about all of that information. And yes, indeed. Well, look, y'all, happy Monday. I hope y'all have a great week. It's carnival season down here, baby. We got parades and all that stuff coming up. King Cake came out last week. We got NFL playoffs, all that good stuff. NBA basketball, Pelicans. Man, I can't wait, y'all. We got so much second line.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras time. Hey, it's carnival time.
Super Bowl.
Les bon temps rouler.
Let the good times roll, baby, and y'all keep on rolling. We appreciate y'all over here at Inside the Trenches, and we'll talk to y'all next Monday, 6:30 p.m., same time, same place. Hello, somebody.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the Trenches.